Let's check out the Elephant Challenge component of FI17. In this session, the session's broken into 3 chunks. Elephant Challenge is the first chunk, Muscle Strength Theory is the second chunk, and then the Gym Practical is the third chunk. You're going to need to allow at least an hour for the Elephant and the Friends warm-up. So start the session with the Friends warm-up and then check out the Elephant Challenge. It requires a little bit of organisation because there's some things that they do in the room and there's some things that the Friends will do in the gym. Let's read through this one, So if you look at the Elephant Challenge, for the room, break it up into sections. For the room, you go through section 1 to 5. So questions 1 to 5 in the room. You need to have the Friends in pairs. They ask W and H questions of each other in pairs in the room. Should take about 5 minutes to go through that component of it. If there's uneven numbers, you'll simply need to sit in the place of a friend for one of those groups. For question 3, allocate 5 minutes as well. The Friends in this part need to go through key exercises that they would put into a program for their client. Now, all the exercises need to be compound, and all of the exercises need to be doable in the gym because they're going to have to demonstrate them a little bit later on. Round the Friends up, get their fabs, they all go into the gym together, and now they're going to go through the next part of it. So they fill in question 4 doing their risk assessment. And the risk assessment should also take about 5 minutes. So they need to walk around the gym and physically fill in the risk assessment. In question 5, you go back into pairs. And they've got 5 to 10 minutes to go through a safety debrief and a demonstration of the exercises. Now, really importantly, when they go through this section, the friend is acting as an instructor, but their client doesn't have to go through the exercises. All we need to see is a demonstration, that's it. All right, so you'll need to keep it snappy as a coach and you'll need to remind them that that's what's required. So you'll stop them at each section and say, here's what's required here. So keep it snappy, keep it quick. When you've seen exactly what you need to see, you tick off the competency and then the Friends move on. Client doesn't perform anything. It should take about 20 minutes total to go through that last part of it, and that adds up to about 60 minutes. At the end, collect all of the fabs, put them aside, and then you're back into the room to go through some more content before they take the break. Looking through session 17 theory components, we're looking through safe strength training strategies for this component of it. With this part of it, allocate about 45 minutes to the strength training component of it in the room before they have their 60-minute prac at the end. So the way this will get set up, you'll have half of the theory done prior to the break, the other half will be after the break. Now in the first part of it, what you want to go through very much is some demonstrations, and you want to go through the strength training intensity guide. That's the important stuff to go through early, so that the Friends get the gist of what you're saying. Regardless of whether it's on the screen or not, you will need some equipment in your room. So make sure you've got a bench, preferably a bench that's adjustable, so you've got an incline bench, some barbells, dumbbells, and some resistance band so that you can have the Friends working through with you what you're describing. When you get into the section on spotting, there's lots of good pictures on spotting. There's a whole heap of stuff in their notes. You'll need to demonstrate in the room as well so the Friends can see what a spot looks like all the way through range, so they can see your position, how you adjust it, etc. And that's going to be important to them so they get that mental image of what's going on. Now you'll use some time in the room to set up the initial part of the prac before you head off to the gym. The most important thing about the prac is this: they need to feel progression. So they need to feel the difference as they work through exercises in what a progression is in terms of difficulty, in terms of movement demand, and in terms of complexity. As they work through that, they're applying their strength training intensity guide. So Feel the Force is a great name for this prac. They get to feel intensity and work through progressions. Let's go through how we set that up. For the strength prac, get your group into 6 groups. So the tribe's divided into 6 groups, and that way you can run it smoothly with lots of friends, having lots of turns. So the Friends really do need to be on task with this. The ordering that you use will be very dependent on the gym, so you'll need to have a good look at the gym, what's available, and what a logical circular run through the gym would be for you. So when you set up the exercises on the pages that your friends have, merge the deadlift with the back vertical pull section and merge the lunge with the leg press. When you set it up that way within the progressions, you get 6 stations that'll roughly take about the same amount of time. Now you've got an hour for this, but that's an hour to set up, to explain it, to run the friends through. So realistically, the friends will get about 8 minutes at each station. So keep them active. The stations would be, working through that, Station 1, squat. Station 2, deadlift with vertical pull. Station 3, lunge with leg press. Station 4, horizontal press. 5 is vertical push. And 6 is horizontal pull. Each time the friends go through a station, stop them for maybe a minute to have a quick talk and then get them moving around again. That will settle them between stations and keep them on track. Your role during the prac is to move from group to group to ensure that it's smooth, to ensure that they're on task, and to assist them with anything that they've got issues with. The session run for session 17 is friends warm up to start, the elephant and housekeeping, and then the theory up to STIG, Strength Training Intensity Guide. Take your break after that. On the return, finish STIG, look at the rest of the theory, spend the last 60 minutes as prac, and then round up at the end back in the room.